What's up, babes, and welcome back to Crystal Pisces Studios. Today we're going to be covering one of my favorites, which is Amethyst, so stay tuned. All right, so of course, we're talking about amethyst today. So we're going to start with this pretty base. So amethyst is actually very easy and very common to find. So there are a lot of dyed amethyst out there. So just be mindful of your amethyst when you're buying it. I'm starting off with this 35D palette, which is, I want to say their desert palette, which is really, really pretty, or succulent palette. We're going to start with a lot of purples. And the reason why I chose purple is because the color of amethyst is going to be anywhere between a pale lavender to a very deep purple. So this is why you see me picking all of these like lavender purple type tones. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I actually slept on amethyst for a really long time. I thought it was more of a basic crystal, but amethyst does so much for you, and it's such a great stone to start off with. Just a couple things that amethyst actually attunes to is keeping you calm, increases your courage, your disciplines, your focus, your happiness, your nobility, your peacefulness. It gives you pleasant dreams. It actually helps you with your temperament. Now, if you're like me and you love a good old spiritual stone, then it helps with your clarity of thought, your intuition, your psychic abilities, your meditation, and by producing a better state. It also helps with past life recall. So amethyst is actually an amazing stone, especially if you're newer into your practice. All right, so here I'm using the Jakie Aina palette, which I absolutely love. It has some really, really pretty purples built into it. Now, a couple of metals that attune with amethyst are silver, gold, copper, and tin, which is why you saw me choose like a really pretty copper color right there on the lid. Next, the powers of amethyst are going to be the beta state with fairness, faith, peace, planetary healing, protection, helps protect wild animal in places, sobriety, stability, and strength. This is me going into my brows a little bit different than the last time. I'm actually filling them in with a brow pencil. This is actually one of my favorite brow pencils because it's super easy for me to use. Plus, it's also going to be smudge resistant. It's the It Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil, which I love. A couple other things about amethyst is the zodiac sign it attunes with are Sagittarius, Pisces, and Aquarius. Of course, you know your girl is definitely a Pisces, which is why I've been rocking amethyst super, super heavy. A magical use for amethyst is it helps to attract a compatible mate. It is also used to magnify beauty and also during debates for focus or in lawsuits where you need justice. It's also considered a good traveler stone, which it protects against the evil, danger, harm, and psychic attacks, sickness, and also thieves. This is also considered a sobriety stone. So if any type of addiction, amethyst is typically the stone that is recommended for breaking any type of addictions. The chakra that amethyst actually attunes to is going to be your crown chakra, but it is also beneficial for your brow or your third eye crystal. So here I'm actually going back in with my Anastasia brow pen just to create brow-like strokes within my brows because I like my brows to look a little bit more natural. Starting out with Complexion. This is the Becca Glow Light that I love. I don't think that they sell this anymore, but I absolutely love this stuff. It just adds another level of glow to my skin. This is a Becca foundation that I had, and I wanted to use it today, but as you kind of see, as I'm working it in, the color is a little bit off, which is okay because I'm trusting the process, and I want you to trust this process because I definitely make this work and make this happen. So just keep watching. You'll see me work some magic. So more about amethyst. Its plant is lilac. I love a pretty flower. Its deity that it actually attunes to is Bacchus, Dionysus, the god of wine and fertility, Diana, Artemis, the virgin goddess of childbearing, the moon, the hunt, plus Saint Matthias, a follower of Jesus who was nominated by the disciples as one of the two to replace Judah. Its element is water. Okay, so I'm moving kind of fast here, and what you saw me do was contour with the Juvias Place contour stick, and now I'm adding some highlight back to my face, which is the Too Faced Shape Tape Concealer that I'm using this go round. This is kind of etch out the skin, so even though that foundation was a little bit off, me doing the contour and the highlight is definitely putting these colors back into my face and kind of normalizing the foundation tone a little bit better for me. This is why a lot of times in like your spiritual journey, we're always like, you know, you have to trust the process. Like you have to just have faith that it's all going to work out in the end. And this is exactly the embodiment of that. Is like, you guys saw how off that foundation was, but like, I'm like, yo, I'm about to trust this process and I'm about to make this shit work. So moving right along, more about Amethyst while I'm blending and making this shit work. It's if you wanted to pair this with another crystal, some great crystals to actually pair this with would be moonstone, moldavite, quartz, or any of the other agates, along with sugilite. Those are some definite ones that you could pair it with. So here I'm literally just etching out my face. I put a little bit more foundation on to kind of blend and blur. As you can see, it's starting to look a lot better. I absolutely love this. So the birthstone for Amethyst is going to be February, March, and December. There is a bit of a caution when you are dealing with Amethyst, which is some hyperactive people may find this stone overstimulating, so be careful and be mindful. It might not be the best stone to give to young people unless they are lethargic or fighting addictions or allergies. So this is a really great stone for a lot of different things. So this is me just setting everything with a translucent powder. All that concealer I just put in, I'm just setting it with a translucent powder. Now I'm going in and etching out my contour, just giving it a little bit more depth, you know, because I'm not a very flat bitch. I need a little bit of depth. So just etching in the contour, giving my face a little bit more depth with this palette. And this palette is actually from Morphe. I don't remember the exact name of the palette, but I got it at Ulta, but I don't think they have it anymore at Ulta. So, but this is one of my favorite contour palettes for my skin tone that works actually really, really well with it. So next I'm going in with the under the eye. You guys know I love me a good smoke look, a sultry look, especially for this look. So I'm just taking that purple and blending it into the bottom lash line. So some advice that we have for Amethyst is together there is nothing we can't do. Be present and work with me. I absolutely love that. You know what I mean? Like Amethyst is just a really great beginning stone. So if you ever come to me and you're like, Mar, I don't know what stone I should try, and I'm going to tell you to give Amethyst a whirl, because Amethyst is a really great segue stone into working with the energies of crystals. Now we're going in with some black liner, just giving it a nice bold look. And a little bit of history that comes with Amethyst is that the name is taken from the Greek meaning not to be intoxicated, a detoxer well known to the ancients. Wine goblets were carved out of amethyst so that the watered wine appeared better, and throughout history it has been worn by Roman Catholic bishops to symbolize ecclesiastical divinity. That's a word. Okay, so now actually I love doing this, and I haven't done this in a while, which is like using a pencil in the waterline, like a light pencil, just to give myself more of a bigger eye. Now I'm going in and adding glue to my lashes prior to me applying it, because you know when you're applying lashes, the glue has to get a little bit sticky. So I like to apply the glue first, do something else, and then come back and apply the lashes, so that way that they stick better on to the lash and I don't have to like fiddle with it. So once it's on, it's like literally it's adhered. So a while back when I first started Crystal Pisces Studios, I used to go live weekly on Instagram. You should definitely check out my IG page. If you're not already following, please make sure you follow me there. Anyways, but there was a particular time when I was actually showcasing some amethyst tumbles that I have. Don't mind me, I'm just feeling myself right now because I love this look. But I was showcasing some tumbles or amethyst, and then I literally had just said, like, amethyst, I always thought this was more of a basic type of crystals. Well, that bitch showed me that day that she was more than just a basic bitch, and I had amethyst all over my table. When I tell you, it was on the floor, it was on the fucking table, it was in my shirt. They bounced around like crazy, and it was like, I'm gonna show you who's basic and it's not me. Lastly, the lip that I'm using is a Lorac look. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you take the time to like and subscribe, and also share this video with all of your friends, especially if you love crystal inspired makeup tutorials where you get all the education and the look. I'm also very active on other social platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, so make sure you go and follow me there as well. Until our next episode, bye!